Welcome back to VirtuoHub, the podcast where creators, entrepreneurs, business owners, digital hustlers, visionaries, and future builders come to level up in real time. This is not one of those podcasts where we sit around pretending to be motivated for 45 minutes and then go back to confusion Monday morning. This show is about execution, systems, monetization, growth, predictability, and building something that actually scales. Because let's be honest, a lot of people online right now are busy and not productive. They are posting every day, but still broke. They're networking every day, but still invisible. They're working hard every single day, but still have no systems, no automation, no audience ownership, no monetization path, and no real infrastructure behind their content. And that's where the conversation starts. Because eventually there comes a point where you stop asking, how do I start? And you start asking, how do I scale this thing correctly? That is a completely different mindset. Today, we're talking about predictable growth, thinking bigger, acting like a professional, raising standards, operating smarter, turning content into a real business, and building momentum that compounds month after month. And trust me, some of you watching this right now, you're a lot closer than you actually think. You just haven't organized your energy correctly yet. So if you're ready, let's get into it. Segment 1, growth should not feel random at all. It should feel predictable. So can we be honest for a second? One of the biggest problems in the creator economy right now is emotional entrepreneurship. People are building businesses based on moods. If they feel inspired, they work. If they feel discouraged, they disappear. If one video goes viral, they feel unstoppable. If one video or post flops, they question their entire future. That is not business. That is emotional gambling. Real growth becomes predictable when systems replace emotions. And this is where creators lose the game because they think success comes from motivation when success actually comes from repeatable behavior. Think about major businesses. Do you think airlines wake up randomly deciding whether they're going to operate today? Do you think Amazon says, hey, maybe we'll fulfill orders this week? Nah. There are systems, infrastructure, predictability. So why are creators still operating like every single day is survival mode? That's why some people make money once and other people build sustainable ecosystems. One person got lucky. The other person built a machine. Huge difference, isn't it? And this is why platforms like virtualverse.com matter so much. Because the future belongs to creators who understand ownership, systems, monetization, and community, not just views. Here's a question for everybody watching. If social media disappeared tomorrow, would your business survive? That question scares people because many creators don't own anything except temporary attention. No systems, no database, no structure, no backend, no customer journey, just vibes and algorithms. That's dangerous. Segment 2, you're thinking too small. So if you're thinking too small, it's time to expand. I want to challenge people right now. Some of you accidentally built mental cages around yourselves. You've normalized small goals because they feel safer emotionally. You don't say what you really want because you're afraid people might laugh at you. But here's the reality. Most breakthroughs happen after people think you're crazy. Every major creator platform, every major entrepreneur, every major movement looked unrealistic in the beginning. People laughed at streaming. People laughed at creators making money online. People laughed at podcasting. People laughed at me and the digital production that we are creating. Now, entire industries exist around this ecosystem. So the question becomes, What are you underestimating right now? Because some of you are sitting on $1 million idea, but operating with a $10 thinking. You keep trying to manage your dream instead of expanding it. And expansion requires discomfort. Expansion means hiring help, building teams, improving branding, creating systems, investing into infrastructure, thinking globally, and finally acting like one version matters. Not casually, but seriously. And let me say this carefully. Playing small does not protect you from failure. It only guarantees limitation. Now that's powerful. Segment 3, you are not a beginner anymore. So start acting like it. This segment might actually make some people very uncomfortable, but honestly, good. Some of you are still introducing yourselves like amateurs, even though you've already put in years of work. You are still doubting yourself at levels most beginners never even reach. At some point, you have to stop calling yourself new. You've learned enough. You've experienced enough. You've failed enough. You've adjusted enough. Now it's time to evolve. And evolution changes behavior. Professionals move differently. Professionals prepare differently. They understand consistency, branding, timing, audience. See, the audience psychology is different. And most importantly, professionals stop waiting for permission. That's huge, huge. People are waiting for validation before they move. Meanwhile, the market rewards execution, not hesitation. Imagine LeBron James practicing like he's unsure if he belongs in basketball. Imagine a surgeon entering surgery saying, I hope I'm qualified. Imagine an architect saying, I'm still figuring it out. No. Confidence comes from repetition, and many of you already have enough repetitions to level up mentally. You just haven't accepted it yet. Segment 4, higher standards equal higher results. This is probably one of the most important conversations of the episode because standards quietly determine your future. Not motivation, not hype, not hashtags, standards. Your standards determine who you work with, how you operate, what you tolerate, how disciplined you stay, what customer you're willing to fire. Yeah, I said it. And how serious your business becomes. And of course, low standards create expensive lives. Low standards in partnership, in consistency, in execution, in communication. Everything compounds, but so do high standards. People with high standards move faster, solve problems quicker, attract stronger opportunities, and create better ecosystems around themselves. And this matters tremendously in the creator economy because content is no longer casual. It's infrastructure. Your videos are infrastructure. Your audience is infrastructure. Your communication is infrastructure. Your reputation is infrastructure. And weak infrastructure eventually collapses. So ask yourself honestly, what standards need to change immediately? Segment 5, play bigger, operate smarter, and win faster. Everybody wants faster results, but most people are still operating inefficiently. They're manually doing things that should be automated. They're overthinking instead of executing. They're spending 10 hours doing what systems could do in one. The future belongs to leverage, not burnout. Leverage. And leverage comes from systems, technology, platforms, delegation, infrastructure, and audience ownership. The smartest creators today understand one thing. Attention alone is not enough anymore. You need conversion. You need retention. You need monetization. You need ecosystem thinking. That's why the creator economy is evolving so rapidly. We are moving away from can you go viral and moving towards can you build an actual business? Completely different conversations, by the way. And honestly, that transition is exposing a lot of people because some people build frames, but not infrastructures. And infrastructure wins long term. Segment 6, this isn't content anymore. This is a business. This might be the biggest mindset shift to the entire episode. Posting online used to be casual. Now it's economic infrastructure. Creators are building brands, media companies, subscription ecosystems, digital products, communities, affiliate ecosystems, educational platforms, consulting businesses, entertainment network like we're doing here, and global influence. This is no longer, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is a business. And once you understand that, you stop moving casually. You stop treating your audience casually. You stop treating branding casually and stop treating monetization casually, because now every piece matters. Your thumbnails matter. Your hook matter. Your website matters. Your backend matters. Your systems matter. Everything matters. And the people who understand this early are going to dominate the next 5 years. Segment 7, momentum carries forward. Next month gets even bigger. So momentum is one of the most misunderstood forces in business. People think momentum appears magically. No, momentum is built through repetition. Consistency creates momentum. Systems create momentum. Execution creates momentum. And eventually, small wins compound into massive movements. That is how scaling works. One video becomes 10, 10 become 100, and 100 become a business. A business becomes a brand becomes an ecosystem, but only if you stay consistent long enough. And that is where most people quit, right before compounding begins. That is tragic, because the hardest phase of growth is often right before acceleration. And if you can survive that phase, everything changes for you. So in closing, tonight's conversation was bigger than content. This was about identity. This was about evolving from random creator to intentional operator, from emotional entrepreneur to strategic builder. The creator economy is changing fast, and the people who win over the next decade will not simply be the loudest. They will also be the smartest, the most consistent, the most structured, the most scalable. That's the future. So if you're serious about growth, serious about ownership, serious about monetization, serious about building something real, join the movement at VirtuoVerse.com. Until next time, keep building, keep scaling, and keep evolving. This is VirtuoHub. I'll see you next time.
What's something people don't know about the next-gen streaming platform? Imagine a world where streaming isn't just about broadcasting your content, but about creating an entire universe for your audience to explore. VirtuoVerse is here to revolutionize content creation. Traditional streaming is outdated. With VirtuoVerse, you can step into a new dimension of interaction and creativity. Host events, create content, and engage your audience in a whole new way. VirtuoVerse brings next-level virtual experiences where you're not just a creator, you're an innovator. Create your own virtual stage with stunning visuals and real-time engagement. Stream, monetize, and grow, all in one powerful platform. Whether you're an artist, an entrepreneur, or a game changer, VirtuoVerse is your stage. Imagine having the tools to not only share your passion, but also to turn it into a thriving business. With VirtuoVerse, you can track your growth, engage with your audience in real time, and celebrate your milestones like never before. Ready to level up? Join the revolution in content creation and entertainment. Open a free account today and start your journey towards becoming a virtual pioneer. The future of streaming is here, and it's called VirtuoVerse. Don't just stream, create, innovate, and captivate your audience like never before. Join VirtuoVerse today and redefine what it means to be a content creator. VirtuoVerse integrates seamlessly with your favorite social media platforms, making it easier than ever to share your content and grow your audience. Engage with your followers, receive instant feedback, and build a community around your passion. And here's the game changer. VirtuoVerse pays you for watching, adding, and commenting on other people's content. Turn your engagement into earnings and make every interaction count. VirtuoVerse is not just a platform, it's a thriving ecosystem where everyone benefits. Join VirtuoVerse today and be part of the future of streaming. Create, share, and earn like never before. VirtuoVerse, where your creativity meets endless possibilities. Sign up at VirtuoVerse for free today.